Hi guys, my name's Chris from Rally Car Miniatures. You may have seen me on the live streams with Sue, Ice Queen 7 and Paul Plastic Monkey and Nigel at Nigel's Modelling Bench. They've been badgering me to do a video, so I've just had this kit come in today, so I thought I'd have a go at reviewing it. It's a kit I've been waiting for quite a while, well, quite a long time. And there is another one coming out at some point in the 2020 version with slightly different parts, and this is the Belkits Hyundai i20 Coupe WRC, 124 scale. I got this one from Jadlam. It was $64.95. It was the cheapest one I could find. Yeah, so let's have a look around the box. You can see it's got a nice box art of the car, and on the side it's got your usual bits and bobs. Kit numbers Bell 014, and it's all the same on the sides of the boxes. So I've not looked in this, I've just literally took the cellophane off, so I'm going to have a look. Plenty of plastic in there. Take it all out. Where shall we start? We'll start with the plastic. There we've got the wheels, nicely moulded, and the brake discs. There's no moulding on the actual disc itself because there'll be photo etch to put on there. Yeah, very nice. I do like Belkits, so I'm very biased. The tyres and some mud flaps in there, I shan't get them out, and some cooling ducts for the brakes. Chassis. So what have we got on here? We've got the suspension, sump guard, the main chassis, bit of a splitter there, the rear diff and drive shafts, cross members, bottom arms and stuff. Looks really good. Some people don't really like Belkits, but you know, they don't quite fit like a Tamiya, but they are good. You know, they do need, you know, not major work, but just a bit of work. I mean, I've not found a bad kit yet. They're not a very old company, and they seem to improve with every kit. Like their instructions are getting better and better. And we've got the internal cockpit tub, the door cards, the fire extinguisher, there's the fuel tank fillers in the bag tank, and the bucket seats, which look absolutely stunning. Not seen any flash yet, but then it is fairly new tooled, so what is new is brand new, so shouldn't be much flash on it. What in this one? Dashboard and light clusters. Should have took these out of the bag before I started. So yeah, we got the dash there, look. And that's the auxiliary lights that fit to the bonnet, the steering wheel, all the obvious things. Some piping, all the lights, the Hyundai badges, or Hyundai. Very nicely moulded. No flash whatsoever on that. We've got the clear part. I won't take the clear parts out, but yeah, they look nice. They're clear. Yeah, they're fine. So we got, it's not a full engine, but it's got the bottom of the engine that you can, well, you won't see it because the sump guard will be over it, but you can leave the sump guard off and then have a look at the engine if you want to detail it. We've got spoiler, wing mirrors. These are the wings. The wings don't come moulded on these, you have to put them on, which I quite like. So they're nice. Yeah. Oh, door handles. Lovely. In this you got the roll cage, and handbrake. All interior has a gear change there. It's like a paddle change. That's a pad in there, I think, for the seats. And toe eyes and just odd bits and bobs. It's all really nice. Footrest. I may drill that out depending what it's like on the real car, because it may be aluminium, it may be carbon fibre. I'll have to do some research on that. And the last sprue. So that's the rear protective flooring for the rear of the car. That's the front splitter, goes on underneath the bumper. Exhaust tailpipe, that's the air vent that goes on the roof, so it lets air in for the driver and the navigator. This is all like aerodynamics, and there's another wing there, so one will be rear and one will be front wings. I don't know which is which. But yeah, lots of plastic in the box. And this is the body shell. There we have it. Looks lovely. Can't see any seam marks on that. No, I can't find a seam mark on that whatsoever. So, you know, that's ideal. No sanding to do. I'll just rough it up for the primer. Right, let's have a look at the instructions and the decals. I want to see if these are cartograph. You have been using cartograph, and they'll be brilliant, those decals. I've done the Metro 6R4 with Belkits, and wow, those decals were the best I ever worked with, so I'm hoping they're sort of the same quality. There's that. You do get photo etch. So you get all your radiator covers, seatbelt harnesses, vents for the bonnet, vent for the front bumper, and I believe that will be part of it as well. And you've even got a stencil there to spray the i20 badge on the front grille, which is a nice touch. I've never had that in a kit. I've always had to either make it myself or source it from somewhere else. You've got towing eyes. That's the brake discs, which look absolutely stunning because they've got the Brembo logo etched into them as well, which is really nice. So then you get that'll be some silver heat resistant for the windows. You've got some ribbon there to make the seatbelt harnesses, which, you know, this was the Belkits was the first kit that I bought that had this in them, and it blew me away, and I've liked them ever since. You even get mask set for your windows, which is nice. So the 64 quid, it's kind of everything's in the box that you need. You just need to get your paints, which I believe there are a couple of companies doing the paints for this. I've got to look into it. I mean, I'm hoping to speak to Paul and Simon at Pro Scale Paints and see if they're going to mix the colours, because I'd like to try their paints because I'm sure they're brilliant. But we'll have a look at the instructions. So yeah. So the colours, we've got Tamiya and N5 colours. I'm guessing that's the company that have done the paint for the body. Don't quote me on it though. Then you've got your sprue maps, which is always handy. And I do like these instructions. Very clear. You know, a few holes to drill. Then you're straight in with, that's your chassis, and then you're straight in with putting your brake ducts and all that in. Bottom of the engine, you know, we'll paint that up, and then I'll paint the chassis and all the body first before, and then I'll start painting the all the other bits. Yeah, engine, and then start on your front suspension. Yeah, that's your front suspension. It's just all building up. I do build these out of sequence, just not better, it's just my way of doing it. And you got the rear axle set up, rear suspension, you've got rear arms and just the underside of the car, and that's all buttoning up, so it comes together quite quickly, the chassis. I tend to just paint the body and all the chassis tub, and then build it up from there. Wheels going on. My wheels will probably be the last thing that goes on because I've got a tendency of knocking them off. That's your radiators and all piping being fitted. Front splitter. Then you're starting on the interior. So you've got your handbrake and your footrests and all the bits and bobs that go inside the car, jack, all the electrical parts, you know, the dash, and there's a nice picture there of showing you what it should look like in the real car, which is nice, and what colour to paint it. Like their instructions have come a long way. Their first kits, their instructions were a bit hard, but the newer stuff is brilliant. Spare wheel, and you even make up the harness to hold it in. And that's your seats all going together and your harnesses. They'll give you instructions on how to build the harnesses. Probably not. Doesn't look like they have. But yeah, you got your photo etch seat frame there. That goes on there. That'll be, don't know what colour. Probably black. And you've got your door panels, which it's telling you to paint them like TS29 Tamiya. I'd probably go down the route of carbon fibre decal, because I believe they're all carbon fibre. but there's decals to go on each one, and it's telling you what to do. That's your padding going in on your roll cage. That's your steering console and the gear change. Seats going in, roll cage coming together. I'll probably try and build the roll cage all in one before I put it together, you know, build it off the car like. I just find it a bit easier. You know, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And then that's the whole roll cage going in to the cockpit, and you got the dash, which probably be flocked. And the steering wheel and speedometer. Top of the roll cage and strut tops, rear strut tops, and dash going into the cockpit. And then that's all going down onto the bottom chassis, and then you've got some interior bits on the shell to do, and your lights and air vents. It's all coming together. Spoilers, windows going in. There's your mask there for your i20. And then wing mirrors, just all the last bits going on. I'll look in to see whether I can put these wings on early, because they'll need painting, and I've got to see how the paint goes together. But that's the deco call out, nice and clear, and the lovely instructions. You got the chrome badges there, look. Nice touch. So yeah, looks a really nice kit. Looking forward to building that. I might even do a video build on that. We'll have to see what's happening. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, if you'd like to subscribe, helps me, helps the channel. Give us a like, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.